is welcome, welcome. We remembered to go live. We were just talking. Oh, goodness gracious. Nobody's here yet, so it's okay.
Well, that's good.
If you're watching the replay, we're glad you're here, even if nobody's in the chat yet. Did you go over to comments?
I did. I'm in
Okay.
comment.
I know once in a while I forget to do that. So,
I need to
first
find
thing
it.
I want to do is I want to show my happy mail I got last week. And it came on a day when I was really, really low. Um, it literally, when I saw this in my mailbox, I cried.
Aw.
Um, it just felt so good to be remembered that day. And I've been looking at the outside of the package every day ever since and just enjoying this. Hi, Belinda. Welcome, welcome. We're
Hey,
glad you're
Belinda.
here.
Good morning.
But now I'm going to open it and I can enjoy what's inside too. This came from Arlene Atkinsell, and thank you, Arlene, so much. You've been such a special friend for so long, and I really appreciate you. And I appreciate the whatever it is that's inside, but I really appreciated this that was on the outside. That has made me happy ever since it got here.
Sharon Lombard's in the room.
Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you're here.
Well, good. I want to see what's in that gorgeous package.
Me too. Okay, let me make sure. She put it in plastic. Isn't that nice? It says, thinking of you, Arlene. Isn't that sweet? And a beautiful big doily.
Sherry Habing's here in the room. Good morning.
Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. I'm not where y'all can even see very good. Sorry about that. I forget you get centered. And I wasn't in the center. Anyway, it's a beautiful doily. And let's look and see what kind of goodies are in here. I love this kind of hodgepodge.
That doily looks like it'd be fun on a jelly plate.
It would if it doesn't stick.
Ah.
I have put one down once and literally had to pick it off bit by bit. But this one doesn't look like it looks like all of the stuff is out. The one I put down wasn't completely like all the cutouts weren't completely gone. And that, may have been part of why it was so difficult.
Yeah,
It tore and everything when I was trying to get it up. So I probably won't do that with this. I'll just use it on book pages. But
yeah.
Okay, we're just going to take out a little bit at a time. Oh, isn't that pretty?
Ooh, beautiful.
Painty paper on a magazine. See, you don't have to have anything special to do art. Paint in a magazine.
That is fun.
It looks like some of this may have been pulled off a jelly plate. I'm not sure. It was pulled off of something, but it's really pretty. And look, it just looks like it goes.
Oh, it looks like you.
It's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna.
It's good to see you, Sherry. Well, it's been 2 months or so since you've streamed.
Oh, it's been way too long. It's been way too long. Okay, I'm just gonna take things out one at a time because
you want to make yourself big, because all I'm doing is gluing strips on the page, and I think people know what that's all about.
Okay. This is looks like it was, if it's out of I think it was printed off. I don't know for sure. If it came out of a book, they did a really good job of cutting it out. But it's on like coffee dyed paper, so that's really cool. And then here is a beautiful coffee dyed index card. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
And here's some inky leaves. I love those. I like how subtle that is. I always tend to kind of overdo it. I'm like afraid of white space or something. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Beth. I'm so glad y'all are here. Welcome,
Joyce.
welcome.
Hi, Beth Schuler. Good
I'm
morning.
showing some goodies that Arlene sent to me. Here's another painty paper. This one I think was also a magazine page or a book page. That's really pretty too.
Oh, yay.
Isn't it funny how just putting paint on paper can just make you so happy?
Yes.
Here's a verse, Matthew 9:6. But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on the earth to forgive sins. He then said to the paralytic, rise up, pick up your bed, and go home. We're all looking for the day when Jesus can tell us to rise up. It'll be in heaven, but we're looking for that day. Oh, thank you, Arlene. She always gives encouraging things.
Those are bookmarks. Look at those.
They are, yeah. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal lives. Grace happens here, it says. I love that.
Grace happens here. That's right.
Yeah, that's the
oh, I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I just happened to see that after I set it down. And this is the one I need every day. It says, Lord, please grant me wisdom. I pray for wisdom every single day.
I just pray to get my mind out of it.
Yeah. Out of yourself.
Get my mind off of it. Turn it over. Turn it over.
Here's some fun printed off goodies. Those will be fun to use.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful clock?
Oh, yeah. That is pretty.
And here's some little doilies. Have you seen the video of the guy slapping sticks dipped in paint onto a canvas? It's so cool. I haven't. I don't know that I've seen that one, Beth, but I have seen so many videos of people who just fling paint around and come up with these enormous, gorgeous paintings. Beth made a clock last night. That's cool.
Sketchbook revival thing that Karen Aubin put on.
Do what?
I just did that sketchbook revival thing that Karen Aubin put on, a whole bunch of different artists. And one of the classes, Beth, was just gathering sticks from your yard and dipping them into paint and painting, making marks with them. And I haven't done it yet. Julie Parker.
Here's some cute little envelopes. Anyway, that's all the yummy fun things that Arlene sent me. So thank you again, Arlene. Like I said at the beginning, this envelope blessed me for a week, just like that. That was so wonderful. Hey, Julie, I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to make a little book page, and I had a box of stuff that I was going to use, but I think I'm going to do it with this anyways. I mean, this stuff that Arlene sent me, since I didn't get another everything book made yet.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Julie's waving with pink hands. Hi, Peg. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Peg.
We're so glad you're here.
Good morning. I'm here too. Lisa, you can put me back on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did that. I guess I thought I was doing it.
I'm not doing anything,
I did it.
but I'm here. I'm making my, I do a little bit of daily writing every day. So every Sunday I have to make a new week at a glance. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm making on my Sunday.
Well, that's awesome. I'm proud of you.
So I wanted to ask you how you were doing with your little planning thingy.
I have been doing nothing.
Nothing.
When after Hannah got married, it was like I've done nothing but take care of Ethan and my mom and me and tried to get through each day. So I've done so little art, anything. I haven't even used my bullet journal at all. I mean, it has literally sat there since June and I haven't even picked it up. That's how I haven't done my budget. I haven't done any of that stuff. It's like I've been in survival mode.
Right.
But I'm hoping to get back to those things in January. So Sherry says, I did a live stream using leaves from my backyard, and I also put a scan of those leaves on my Ko-fi page if you'd like a digital of the leaves. Very cool, Sherry. Thanks for
Wow.
sharing that. You can post a link to your page if you want to. I won't mind. So people know where to go easy. We'll make it easy on people as we can. Anyway, I'm hoping to be able to start concentrating on me a little bit more. It feels like, and it's not like I'm busy every minute of the day. I don't want y'all to think that I'm overworked. It's not that. It's just that with my hip and back the way they are, when I do the things I have to do, then I just have to go sit in my recliner for a while, and I don't have the gumption to do anything fun. So it's not that I don't have time, it's that I don't have gumption. So I'm trying to get my gumption back.
Fun stuff first, Lisa. That's my rule. Life is short. Eat dessert first.
Well, that sounds really good, but it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes when, because I would have to just get up and stream whenever I get up or whatever, and because that's my funnest thing is streaming and being with you guys. And so I need that. I could do videos just anytime if I would just think about it. But videos feel more like work to me than streaming does.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to do nothing.
So I have been, I've been kind of boring lately, I guess.
Hi, Steph, Goldie, and Luke.
Welcome, all right, Goldie, Luke. Glad you're here.
So my page, my week at a glance, is finished. Isn't that simple?
Well, there, see, that's so easy. And it is easy, but I still haven't been doing it.
Well, this is all I do. This is all I do. Well, and then the other thing I have to do, but I don't know if I'm going to do it today because it really is not that fun to watch, but is I make this, I have to make my colored strips in my whatever you call this. This is where I do my daily whatever. If I'm watching a video or something, I do instructions and see. This is how consistent I am. Not.
Yeah, and that makes me feel a little better to know that I'm not the only one who doesn't do the things they think they need to do and want to do.
Well, I thought about giving it up, but it really serves me if I'm talking to somebody or if I'm watching a video and somebody makes a reference to something and I want to go back to it. If I put it down in here, then it's like not having a whole bunch of little scraps of paper on my desk.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Plus, you know where it is. Because
it's totally lost.
It's kind of like a common Facebook idea.
November yet, so I'm not going to do this today.
Look, there was 2.
Oh, 2 of them.
I put one aside, and I can feel perfectly free to tear this one up and put it in here.
Definitely.
Thanks, Sherry. That's Sherry's Ko-fi page, so y'all can go and get the pictures from her her leaf paper. And I will do that. I'll go look at that after I get through here. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting stuff down. So
I'm going to get my little book out right now because I have gone to the limits of this. Oh, I want to show you something that I found on our bookshelf when we were cleaning off our bookshelf.
All righty.
Don't you love finding things on your bookshelf?
I do. And what's the thing that bothers me is I found a whole bag of books the other day. I don't remember buying them.
Oh,
And I don't remember if I showed them to y'all or not, but I was looking through them thinking, these are awesome books. This is going to be great. Where did I get these? So I don't know if they're an old library book sale bag or if it's from a thrift store. I don't know. Let me make you big.
so can you read that? Is it right side up?
Yes.
So it was printed in, so it's hand drawn and lettered by this seamstress. So she's done all of these drawings. So it's just kind of like a little, it's got an ISBN number. Crazy Quilt Stitches. It's got a plastic cover. Isn't that pretty?
It is.
So it's pretty art dedicated to needle artists of the past. 1981 by Dorothy Bond. Pretty. It's just such a pretty little thing.
Okay, Beth, I'll go get the bag and bring it in here in a minute and show you those books again. But it just felt weird to not remember them.
So it's just got a jillion stitches. How to make a jillion little slow stitching stitches.
Well, and those would make great doodles too. If you just look at it for that purpose too, you don't even have to stitch them. You can just draw them.
Well, the thing that I'm doing with them, let's see if I can get this under my camera at all, is this Jerry Bellini. I'm making dots. Can you see those?
Oh, yes. I love that.
So I'm making dots. And so I wanted to use all these different kinds of top stitching on them.
Hey, Ruth. Welcome.
Ruth?
It's so good to see you.
So anyway, that's why
I feel like we're having like a family reunion or something. Like it's been that long. It feels like. Thank you all for coming to my family reunion.
We're getting Lisa back on the horn.
I tell you, I need y'all. I don't think you have any idea how much I've missed all of you.
Yeah, look at all.
It's not working. Oh, well, that one looks like a fence that was by the water, and so it's reflected.
These are all variations of the buttonhole stitch. It's like there's pages of buttonhole stitches. Look at that cute little thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my find from my kitchen shelf.
Well, I'm glad you showed it to us.
Okay. Okay, this is the last time I did a page in here. Well, that's why it seems like it's a long time. It's been 6 weeks.
Well, it has been a long time.
It's because this page was done on 9/15/24.
This is probably not the best utensil to use to clean out this glue bottle, but
okay, you can get me off big.
Okay.
That's good. Let's see what page I come up with next. This is my page that I gotta come up with next.
Oh, thanks. Sherry posted her live stream too, so y'all can go find that and get inspired.
Cool. Thanks, Peg. I love it.
My glue
no,
is
I've
just
never done
too
a crazy Peg.
I'm going to have to add a little water to this. I'll be right back.
This is my 6th little book.
Wow. You're very prolific.
Well, when Tanya's in town and we're doing it every week,
That's true.
It tends to get loaded up with goodness. I like that page. Isn't that pretty?
Plus, you do a spread every week instead of just a page,
Yeah,
don't you? Yeah.
double. Ooh, that's a great quote. My soul is a dark forest. My known self will never be more than a little clearing in the forest. Hey, Brittany, how's that baby? She's getting old.
She's almost a kid. Welcome, Brittany. We're glad you're here.
This is from that Pocket Full of Posies. I love the Pocket Full of Posies. So I made this into a little journaling page there.
Was that a book or a class?
It was that Lisa Young art that it was on Creative Summer Retreat.
Okay.
That Peggy Dean did back in August. And I just thought it was so cute. And these are those little papers that, that you influenced me to buy.
Yeah.
And just tore them up into small pieces. That card, I made a card out of the pocket and sent it to you.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's from that. Oh, and this one was from that Creative Summer Retreat. This was the Painting Cats one. So I painted 2 cats on there.
Oh, that's cute.
It is very cute. I love my little book. Oh, and here I put some of my dots.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Sherry Peg is asking you when you're on. She needs to get busy.
Do you stream regularly? I think is kind of what she's asking, Sherry. Do you have a time that you stream?
Art has been on the shelf, maybe more now that winter is coming. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. But I get to go see Hannah for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Have you even gotten
do what?
Have you even gotten a sense yet of living in an empty house?
Oh no. No, it's well, Ethan's over here some, and then I'm taking him and doing, to run errands and stuff some, and then I'm with Mom and Daryl some. So, I still at night when I go to bed and I lock everything up, that's the only time I really feel like I live alone.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I wish I had a little dog.
You do? Uh-oh.
But I don't know if I'll get one or not, but I would that's when I start thinking I would like to have a little dog. That looks a little too regular. We don't want regular.
Well, I just love my little book. It's cute. This is
I'm not sure where Tanya is. She's out gallivanting around. They're still on their trip. But I don't know where they're at right now. To be honest, I haven't even been keeping up with Tanya's trip. Every once in a while, I'll go in and look at photos, but I haven't been a very good friend to her on this trip. I just haven't checked on her, make sure she's doing good. I'm just assuming she is because she's posting so many pictures. She's got to be having fun. So, but like I said, I haven't even gone in and really looked at the pictures very often.
The ones I saw, I looked at Facebook this week, and the ones I saw, they were leaving the Northern Peninsula.
Okay. Well, I know they're going a lot of fun places.
Oh, Peg says maybe dog sit. I'm not sure about a full-time animal care thing. Yeah, Lisa, you could go down to your local pound and be a dog walker.
I have thought about that.
And
I've
then you
also
don't
thought about doing fostering
yeah.
so that I'm not, responsible full time for these animals. um, but I decided I'm not going to worry about anything until we get past Thanksgiving because Ethan's going with me, and the Airbnb that I got I is a no pets thing, so I'm just not worrying about any of it until we get back from that, and then I'll start thinking about it maybe.
Okay. That works.
But like I said, a lot of times I'm so busy that or I'm just sitting and I don't feel like I'd be all that great of a dog mama during those times anyway. So I don't know. It's one of those things I can't. I feel like I haven't gotten to the place that Hannah and I were at when we got Sparrow. Of yes, I definitely want a dog.
Uh,
And unless I get back to that place, I probably won't get one. Hmm. Well, I don't guess that really covers it up, but I feel like it covers it up.
okay. I think
See if we do this.
yeah.
That might be interesting. Let's put something on the back.
So how many people, Sharon, are you still doing a little book page? I'm going to take these out. No, you were at first, maybe, right? Do I get that wrong?
Sparrow needs a cousin to visit. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm finally beginning to kind of miss him. And Hannah's been sending photos of him as he is kind of beginning to reach a little bit more maturity where he, will lay around the house and not have to be engaged every minute in order to, be out of the crate. And so she says he's discovered looking out the window, and they opened a window where he could actually see out, and he's discovered that that's fun. So, but Karen's been beating. Ooh, you need to show some of your work. If you've shown it in my group and I didn't see it, I apologize. I've not been very good Facebook person, but I would love to see it.
I meant to cut this little circle out because I like little circles. So I'm going to fix it. Tape. Maybe. Or can I beat it? I can't tell what your icon says, Sharon. A beaded
Bumblebee. It looks like a bee of some kind.
bumblebee. Ooh.
A beaded bee.
Okay.
Okay. I'm wanting to get different things on here, but I don't want to cover this up completely, so I'm making it a foldy page.
Oh, there you go.
And that way I've got Arlene's little note on there too. So, okay, but it needs a little something else.
This is going to be too big for my page, I think. Oops. Not even. Let's see.
Okay. I think instead of using this as a bookmark, as good as it would be to use as a bookmark, I'm going to put it in here. Like that, and we can pull it down. It can be interactive. Julie says she loves that picture.
This, thank you. It's a quilt. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty. I'll tell you that I'm so impressed with Quilter's abilities.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's too big for my page. So, the question is,
if you trim it all the way to the edge, it might fit.
I'm going to trim it all the way to the edge. Trim this little border off. And then I'm going to trim
Bye, Goldie and Luke. Steph. I
okay,
like calling you Goldie. I think that's a cool name. Off to an auction. That's fun. Yes, have a blast.
I'm glad you stopped by, Goldie. Or Steph. Goldie is her dog.
Oh, okay.
I think that's funny.
Goldie and Lucius are her dogs. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll try to call you Steph then instead of calling you by your dog's name, but
why not? Okay, I'm going to punch this corner out. There you go.
Thanks again, Arlene.
Yeah, that's cool.
I made a fun page. And all the encouraging words that were included, I appreciate that as well. Was a big blessing for me. She gets a huge kick out of being called the dog's names. Okay, good. Have a good day.
Okay, Steph. Good dog. Good dogs. My favorite dog, like my soulmate dog, was named Nick. He was a long-haired dachshund, and he was actually as a dachshund cross, but he was more dachshund than anything else. And headed out to tie up something. Peg is. We're inspiring her to tie something up. Oh my God. That's scary, Peg.
It is. Maybe we're not inspiring her to do that. That's just what she's got to do.
Arbor Vita. So the snow load doesn't take them out. Okay.
Oh, well, you definitely want to do that.
Oh, snow. I love living on the coast. I haven't told y'all that.
I tell you, we have had so much heat. I'm looking forward to snow. As long as it isn't so much that I can't drive. Okay. But if it gets where I can't get out and drive, and it has to be shoveled, that's more trouble. But as long as it's not, that much snow, I'm happy to be in snow. this is the book I'm thinking about working in next,
Ooh.
or at least I want to start. It's one of those things where I had an idea and I hadn't had an idea of what to do with this big old book. It is 11 by 14. And it was
11 by 14 is big.
It is big. It's really big. Somebody had already started trying to use it for recipes. So they've already given me a start there. And they were kind of scrapbooking in it some, whoever did this 50 years ago or whenever. Corn griddle cakes. They've handwritten that recipe in. Plain griddle cakes, egg griddle cakes. All these are griddle cakes. Cornflake griddle cakes. Canned corn griddle cakes. Well, they got lots of griddle cakes there. Anyway, this person, did put in a few pictures that weren't recipes, it's just funny because it's like this is the start of something, But there's these there was it's a tailoring fabric sample book is what it is. So there are some pictures, and this is what I've been working on to put in it as my focal points, is these what do you call these? Wallpaper flowers. So I cut those out. So I did spend a few hours doing something like that. But see, over here is where the samples were. And they were long gone when I got this at the thrift store. And then over here, is more of and it's dirty. It's a dirty book. But, see, and here the same person did some cutouts and put on here.
Yeah, look at
that. See, if they'd put a background down first, I'd have left this page alone, but they didn't put a background down first. It's like this maybe these were our ancestors in junk journaling right here.
Right. Could be. All right.
We get snow in my part of Texas, Julie. I'm way up in the top. The little part at the top of Texas that does this, I'm right in the middle of that. So we definitely get snow. We don't get as much as we used to. When I was a kid, we got tons of snow. I would say even up until 8 or 10 years ago, we got, a lot of snow. When Ethan was 3, we got 2 feet of snow on Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve. And he and Darren went out and built a snowman on Christmas Eve that year. And we've only gotten a few snows that big since then, but oh no, the dirty marks are not on your screen. They're on the paper. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if I'm going to keep these guys or cover them up. I don't know. Here's some more flowers.
Well, that could be a lot of fun to work in. Also, be a nice space for some big stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I don't have many places I can use these big wallpaper flowers.
Right.
So, and this is some more that I haven't cut out. But I just thought, and it's not that, there aren't that many pages in the book, which is another thing that made me think it would be okay. And the pages are really, really thick.
All right. I've got to think of something to do.
I need to try to see if there was a date on it anywhere in here, but I don't think I've seen one. Oh, fall and winter 1915, 1916.
Wow.
Well, I saw up here, it says 1915-16 winter, fall and winter. But for some reason, that was art. It wasn't telling me information in my brain. So anyway.
Peg said it's hard to believe it's almost November, and I say yes, it is, isn't it? Did
It
this
is
year
hard to
go
believe.
even
Yeah.
faster than ever before? Yes. I've got to think of something to put right here.
Okay. I'm
Need
going
a
to start
quote.
just with this page. That's the one I'm going to work on today.
Okay.
So, you're going to need to put something where?
I want a quote for right there.
Yeah, that would be good.
I mean, irises
Hey,
are such a
Julie says put the flowers in front of the guys so they are behind them, head and shoulders above on one of those pages. That's a great idea, Julie. Hopefully, I'll remember that when I get there.
like dress the guy in flowers, Julie.
Or he's standing behind them or something.
I want to see what I have. My little things.
One thing I want to do for my backgrounds in this book is the technique where you glue stuff down, but you don't glue it all the way to the edge, and then you pull up from the edges so that it looks distressed and torn, you know.
I like that.
And so I'm going to start and see what I can tear off that they've got down there, and then I'm going to add a layer of my own torn stuff. And then I'll probably go to the gesso and the paint. And I think these are going to be more art journaling than what I usually do because they're so big. So they're standing behind the flowers. That is a really excellent idea. That also gives them some distance from us to have the flowers in front of them. Okay, that makes me want to go work on one of those pages right now and then come back and do that. I'm going to glue down some paper first, and then I'll go do that because that wouldn't need all the stuff that this is going to need.
Okay, put that right there.
Okay, let me. Oh, I told Beth I was going to get those books and show you those books. Should I do that now or in a little bit? Are you going to stay for a little while, Beth? I'll go get them right now if you're not planning to stay for a while. This is pages from a parts catalog for cultivators. And I thought those would be fun things to glue down.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to take a couple of those. She said, okay, well, I'm going to get some stuff glued down so that these can go ahead and dry so I can come back and peel them up. But I didn't want to do that if it was going to take away, if you were going to leave before I got to them. Julie says, I just keep buying more paint. Well, that's a big temptation, Julie. I certainly understand that. Okay, I'm just going to put this like right here. Since I'm going to pull stuff off of it anyway, I'm not worrying about it. I'm just going to let it do that. And
her in the flowers.
Okay, now I know that just looks kind of like weirdness, but we're just going to leave it like that and just find. Oh, these are college styles.
Ooh, look at that.
I tell you, if you went to college, you had money in 1915, 1916. If you were going to dress like that. Now, this picture right here where I've got these flowers is, I think, a great one to do the put the flowers in front of them thing. Don't y'all? Does that look like a good one? Julie, does that look like a good one?
To put the flowers in front of? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So let's try to decide. I need more light. I feel like my light's very dim. I don't know if it really is. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to hope that's a little bit better. I'm just going to lay some down for right now. Oh, and this one has birds too. Okay, Julie, I'm loving this. I'm loving this idea already. And I haven't even glued anything down yet.
All right. I think I've decided.
What have you decided?
Well, I think I'm going to go with this cat. I think this was a Happy Mail something. And I'm going to use that little spray of leaves behind.
I think that looks great. I saw that cat and I didn't see his tail, so I was thinking it was an owl.
Oh, okay. He looks like an owl. He could be an
does
owl.
have an owly face. Sorry, kitty.
Okay. Linda gives me all these little things that she is throwing away.
I'm so glad she gives those to you and she doesn't throw them away.
I am too, because I get to put them in my book then.
Yeah. I always am happy when Hannah gives me stuff. I'm like, yes, I'll put it in my book. Mom, do you think you could use this? Absolutely.
I know. I think they're fun. Fun.
I need something right there. To cover up where the like that. I'm afraid I have a tendency to overdo it, so I don't want to do that.
I like that, Lisa.
I think that's enough, don't you? And I think instead of trying to ink around all those little things, I'm going to glue them down, and then I'm going to use a colored pencil or a Stabilo all pencil or something like that to try to pull them forward. Because I think I'll tear something if I try to ink around all of those. Yay, I'm glad you like it, Julie. Thanks, Sharon.
So, Julie, what is your card making class all about? Are they giving you all the stuff to make cards? Or you're coming to bring your own stuff and make? I still always have cards to make.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there.
Oh, I like that a lot. They look great surrounded by flowers. Okay.
Very dapper.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now where's my gluey? Here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's on the top, so it needs to be last. That one's on the top, it needs to be last. Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with this one. Hi, Faye. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here.
Hello, Faye.
I don't know if I've seen you in my streams before, but I'm very glad you're here. We have fun. And if you've been here before and I just don't remember, I'm sorry about that. But it's likely, it's possible for me to just not remember.
And then this goes on top of that and under that. Okay.
Julie says Michelle provides the stuff and she designs the cards herself. They always look wonderful. So that's great.
Sharon, thank you. I love making cards. Ooh, too much glue.
Okay, let me.
Look at this, making a mess.
A little mark right here. So I know where to put that.
Okay. Yeah. Goes underneath.
Okay. I tell you, this is so much fun and so satisfying to get those cut out of that wallpaper. All by itself. Before you've even put them down somewhere, you already got this satisfying feeling just from being able to get them cut out.
Yeah. Have you tried making those little leaf things out of magazine pages where you draw on the magazine pages? That was a Shannon Green.
I have not. I'm trying to think if I've even seen those. It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't. But in a way, it doesn't. I don't know how to explain that. But
it's these kinds of things. You draw them on magazine pages. Just with a
no, I haven't seen those.
Fat black marker, and then you
watch that video.
Then you come around. I'm going to do some in a minute when I get done with my little page because I need some. I'm using them up. I used one in an art page yesterday. See that one?
Oh yeah. So do you do anything to the paper before you draw on it, or do you just choose something that will kind of fade into the background once you draw on it?
Yeah, that. You don't do anything to it. You find something that I mean, these are just whatever they were.
When you do it.
I'll show you what I do.
Show me when you do it. Yeah.
I'll do some after.
That's awesome.
Because I like these little floppy sprays of leaves, and they're easy to do.
Yeah,
I think it's part of that fodder school thing.
Definitely something I'm going to want to do.
Yeah, well, they're handy for just when you just want a little something extra.
Yeah. Well, and everything's better with some leaves. So
Yeah, of course.
it's like everything's better with some doodling or some ink. you know, Leaves are another staple like that.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, down here. I'm going to have to work on the spine of this book, but I'm going to wait until I get the pages done first because I'm not sure what I want to do. But down here, the spine is almost non-existent. If you're good at doodling, Julie says, yeah, it does help to be good at doodling. Um, Sometimes I do better than others. Sometimes I'm happy with my doodles, and sometimes I'm not. So I wouldn't consider myself as good at it as a lot of people are. Like Tanya, I love watching Tanya doodle. And Jean Peter.
Yes, Jean Peter is one of my teachers. So here's my doodling, Julie, my ink
Barbara.
angle.
Those just seem to be too precise and too much art to call doodling to me. But anyway.
Well, there were.
I
mean, when I did this one, I thought, I'm doing this one, and that's the only one in my entire life I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah.
But others, like this one, this just looks like fun. It is fun to do, and it's really easy. So I'll do more of that. And this looks like a fun filler. It's called Bugs. Anyway, I've had a pretty good time.
Okay, I'm about to put my last flower in, and then I've got to figure out how I'm gonna make them stand out.
Yeah, we're almost through. This many days left, and the month is over. Okay, now I've got to cut before I can glue anymore. Yeah, that's.
We had our last guild meeting for, our we had our October guild meeting Thursday night instead of next week. We usually do it on the last Thursday of the month, but nobody wanted to be out running around doing a guild meeting on Halloween. So.
Oh yeah.
So we did it last Thursday. It was fun. It's always, I enjoy giving presentations too, but it's always fun when I'm not the person giving the presentation. And I wasn't. I brought snacks on Thursday, so my job was easy.
We have not gotten back into our guild yet since post-COVID, and I don't know what that's all about.
Well, there are a lot of things that just didn't survive it. Or that people just decided, Zoom's easier.
Yeah.
We still Zoom our meetings. We only have 1 or 2 people that watch it on Zoom every week, but that's 1 or 2 people who can't come to the meeting that gets to see it. So, yeah, I'm glad we still do it, but it's kind of a pain to have to carry the computer equipment up there and everything to do that.
Oh.
Okay. Trying to decide what I'm going to use to highlight these. I feel like they need to be highlighted, even though it's a soft photo and soft wallpaper. It still feels like it's too much soft.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
it does. Totally.
Okay, good. I'm always afraid that what I'm trying to describe doesn't make sense. So, all right, let's see. What have I got here I can use?
You need contrast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to get up and look. Okay, there's a brown stabilo. I think I'd really rather have black if I can find the black one.
I think he's going to go right over here, and his little tail's going to go across the page.
Oh, yeah, that'll be cute.
Okay, there he goes. He's going down.
Well, that is so weird. Can't find my black stabilo pencil. I've got 2 white ones in here and a brown one. My green one's not here either, so that makes me think I put them somewhere else, like in a project bag or something, and then I didn't ever get them back out.
Don't you hate that?
Yes, I do, actually. I've got this Derwent sketching pencil.
Yeah.
It says it's a dark wash, and it's got a
it's water soluble
on it. That's what I was thinking. So I think
it's water soluble. It makes a nice kind of a dark gray color. I've got one of those.
I think Hannah gave me that. I don't remember buying it, that's for sure.
Oh. So I think I've done my page. I think this is it.
Yay. Very nice.
A word. Would you put a word on here if it were yours?
I don't know. Some days I would, some days I wouldn't. Today I probably would. I'm not the kind of person who feels like I have to have a word on each page,
No.
But I like them. So.
Well, I was thinking of gratitude, so I'm going to put grateful on there.
That sounds perfect.
I know.
Showing gratitude is always appropriate. So, and sometimes we have to remind ourselves to do that. I was, talking with a good friend just Friday. She was in town and we were talking, and we were talking about Darren and about, we've known each other my whole life. And we had just had some good moments of, all the things I'm grateful to have had him around for. And even though it hurts that he's gone, I would choose to do it all over again, even if I knew, because I'm grateful for everything that was our life together. Sometimes you think if things are so painful, you wish you did, would you do them again? And most of the things that are really painful are painful because we're hurting from loss of some kind.
Right.
And if you don't ever lose anything, I don't think you can be very grateful. Doesn't mean I want people to lose their husband or the people that they love in their life. It just means that it does make us look back with gratitude for what we had. I guess you have to choose that, though, because, that doesn't have to be what happens. But I'm choosing to look back and be grateful.
what is that Khalil Gibran verse? Your joy is your sorrow unmasked. Is that what it is? How it starts?
I'm not sure, but it sounds right to me. Um,
And
I'm really bad about remembering quotes exactly or remembering who actually said it.
deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. That's it. It's
Yeah.
about, yeah. Yes. Khalil Gibran. You know, somebody gave me Khalil Gibran's book, The Prophet, in, gosh, I was in the 10th grade, 1956, maybe. Is that amazing to have something that I still know words from that long ago?
That is amazing.
It really is.
Awesome. I wasn't even born yet, Barbara. You don't feel like you're really that much older than me. It's hard for me to believe on a daily basis that you're really as old as you say you are. You
You
just seem so young.
You could be my bouncing baby girl, Lisa.
Well, you're just barely younger than my mom, so I could have.
There. I know. Get the feeling every bit of it too, don't you?
Well, I'm just grateful I get to be your friend.
Well, I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for you going on live stream. And here I am hanging out with you, letting it all hang out.
Oh, it's awesome.
Quoting poetry, good God. Where will it stop? When will it stop? Actually, the local senior paper that I used to edit, Senior News, the theme is gratitude. So it's grateful is a good meme for today.
It is.
And I'll just put it right there in the middle of those leaves. I'm happy with that. Okay.
Well, it looks a little bit better just drawing it without even doing the.
It does. You'll like the wet brush on that though. It's very light. It's not quite as dark as the Stabilo All pencil. If you're using the dark wash. Okay.
That's what I'm using.
Glue stick here. All right.
After I do this, I'll go get those books that I was talking about that I found and thought, I don't remember even buying these.
I am, and I better sign it. Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Now, see, Jacqueline, isn't it?
Welcome, welcome.
It is. Hi
Julie's
there.
mom would have been 84 yesterday.
Oh my God, Julie, she was.
Well, happy birthday in heaven to your mom, Julie.
So, Lisa, I finally typed up my list. Look at how beautiful that is. My alias list.
That is good.
I didn't need to glue them all in, but I have them all. So now when I add a new one, look at the C's and D's. Isn't that tidy?
It is. That's very nice.
Yeah. And the S's and the T's. Oh, I love it. Anyway, my little book of names. The magic book.
The magic book.
Do I want to do some of this? Janet, Good morning, Miss
Yay!
Janet baby.
Welcome.
How
So
are
good
you,
to see you.
lady? Haven't seen you in a long time.
We're so glad you're here. It really feels like a reunion now.
I know. Doing okay. Seeing you put your little edges on, I decided this needed a little edge.
Edges are always good.
Yeah. They make things stand out.
I found a few places doing this where I didn't glue it down good.
Yeah, it'll show them up right away, won't it?
Uh-huh. Some of these places I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly where the edge of the flower is, this blue parts. So it's a good thing I'm doing this because otherwise they definitely wouldn't show up. Okay. Water brush. Just happen to have one full sitting right here. Isn't that handy?
Yep.
Now we'll see if I can do it without making a mess. That's always the challenge for me.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
We're going to start at the top. I'm not sure what I think about that because it leaves an obvious line. But if I go back in and smudge, then it just looks smudgy. So maybe that's what I need to do.
Oh, Julie, how weird.
Well, I'm glad you were able to refresh and that it helped, Julie. It's always weird what these computer
comment
do.
Lisa
what?
said, I miss the unconditional, never-ending love my mom showered on me. Oh,
Yes.
I am so glad you were loved that well all of your life. You are truly, truly a lucky woman. Wow. What a gift.
I think this is just turning into, see, it just looks, well, it looks better through the camera, but it just looks messy to me. Uh-oh. Sorry, just a second.
Sure. Okay, I'm signing this. I'm stopping. Okay, who am I? B. Clark. Okay, and today is 10/27/24. 10/27. Oh my God. Can't believe it's almost November. All right. This is good. I like it. This makes me happy. trying to decide if I want to ink around the edges.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. I might want to ink around the edges, of course. Don't we always?
Well, most of the time.
I know.
And sometimes when I don't really want to, I kind of wish I had. Not always. Sometimes I'm perfectly happy without it, but I would say most of the time, yeah, I'm having to just kind of go over the whole page with water and just let this kind of, because it's changing the color, but it's not really, I don't know how to explain it. It's leaving too much of an obvious outline unless I smudge it around. But then when I do that, it's pretty obvious to what's next to it that I did. And so I may wish I'd just inked them. I'm so sorry, Julie. But you're right. There is something that, sometimes things can't be replaced. You just have to remember that you were one of the blessed to have that kind of life, and
really,
and keep those memories in your heart, because unfortunately mommies are, they're not replaceable. I mean, I guess in some ways maybe, but not really. Someone else can come in and love you, but it's not the same. And I'm talking about, it's not the same as the mom you grew up with, whoever she is. I'm not saying it's that it has to be a biological mom even. But whoever gave you that kind of love, that's what I'm saying. And I'm just making a mess over here, but we're just going with it.
I think it looks good, Lisa.
Well, I think it looks a little better on camera than it does in person. It looks more smeary and stuff in person.
Oops, I think I smeared my signature. Oh well. Par for the course. All right. Yes, I think a little inking around the edges is just what that page wanted. Doesn't it always want just a little inking?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When you don't, you end up doing this because you wish you had inked it.
No, I think that's perfect. Okay, good. My little book page.
Yay.
6 weeks since the previous one. My gosh. I love it. All righty. So I'm going to do some of these little things. I'm going to find me some magazine pages. Let's see where I got magazine pages. Big magazine pages. See right here? That's the kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
And this, can make them on these. Can make them on this.
I'm trying to remember who I saw. It was kind of one of those things I saw when I was looking for something else, and so I didn't, make note of it really anywhere, where they were using magazine pages and and they were using a sandpaper block and sanding all the shiny off and making it look like really old wallpaper or something.
Yes. You do that by putting a stencil underneath and sand the top.
Well, whoever I was watching did it both ways, and I'd seen the stencil thing before, but I had never seen just, it was a photo of like flowers, and they were just making the flowers look like really old. But I can't remember if it was Shannon or someone else I saw doing that.
Let's see how this does. Okay. They got to be big enough to cut. So
it kind of depends on how detailed you want to be with your cutting, how big you make them.
Right.
Oh, I just realized I didn't do the pencil there. Hi, Dana. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Thank Dana. You.
All right, where was? Oh, right here. I was going. Where was it? I didn't have, and it was very obvious.
It always takes me for a little while to get in the groove again.
Yes. I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just playing to get my brain thinking art again. I've watched so many things that I want to do, all the encaustic painting. I finally brought my encaustic stuff inside, but I've got to figure out a setup to have ventilation. And I'm right here by a window, which I think a fan and a window open will be good enough for, because I'm not going to use it really hot. And that's when you get the fumes, as if you get it over like 220 degrees. And I'm not going to let mine get that hot. So I've watched quite a few people who are doing the encaustic wax at just about 150 to 180 degrees, and it works fine. So
that's one of those arts.
Tore out of, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said that's one of those arts that I have admired, but I've never been drawn to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Julie says, John tore out a page from his work diary that was a random blank on one side and some words on the other side and said, here, do you want this? I took it anyway. Yeah.
Right. There. Now see? Perfectly wonderful.
Okay. Well, it looks grungy now, but I don't know that it actually did what I was hoping it would do, which is make these flowers pop out. It made everything else look grungy behind them, but it didn't really change the contrast level like I was wanting it to. I saw that Julie said to just go ahead and go around it with like a dark, like ink pen or something again once you've done this. And I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
But this has to dry before I can do that. Okay, so for right now, where's my lid for this? I'm going to move this, and I'm going to go get those books that I told Beth I would show. be right back. Oh my goodness gracious. This bag of books must weigh 50 pounds. I decided to drag it. Luckily, it's one of those plastic bags with a woven handle and not a not a plastic bag or a paper bag. Okay.
Yes, Julie. I'll be cutting out this bird.
Okay, this is Horticulture Magazine. I don't know how many years it is. This one says November of 67. But this is the kind of pages I was thinking about trying her but
which technique, this one or the one where you rub it with the sandpaper?
The one where you rub it with the sandpaper. When I was looking at this particular picture there,
you might have too much contrast. I mean, this one right there, that one would show up better because all of your sandpaper design would show up in that dark red because it comes off, the sandpaper comes off as white. And you've got, on the cover one, you've got so much contrast, it wouldn't show as much.
Anyway, there's, this is October. Okay, so they put them in from the back. So let's go back here and see. So this is from November of 66 to November of 67.
Cool.
So it's a whole year's worth. At the thrift store.
Oh, wow.
Or the library book sale. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure where this bag of books came from. Because I don't remember buying them. So,
okay.
Which is really weird. If I had known about this, I mean, I bought this book mostly for research, but I also had really cool pictures in it.
All of those pages, you could do this process I'm doing. Anywhere there's color on the page.
Yeah. Anyway, it has these really pretty drawings in it. Ooh. Which is probably why I picked it up, because I really love that kind of. Anyway, it's got a lot of different stuff in the same book. And then I've got these. There's Campfire Girls.
Oh, check it out.
From when is this? 1948.
Oh gosh.
I don't know anything about Campfire Girls, but I thought that was a cool book. And then I got, actually, there were 2 of these.
Oh,
You know what I think?
I love
I
the
think
song.
I got these at a estate sale, because I remember asking her. She had a lot of things that were priced and other things that weren't, and I asked her about. See, all of these are priced. Okay, I just realized where I got these. Next door to me is a house that a man who lived across the street, but he owned an antique store downtown, and things that didn't sell in his antique store, he would bring over and sell as an estate sale in the house next door.
Oh,
And after he passed away, his son's wife knew that he had said something to them about me, because I always came to his sales. And so she told me just to come and get anything I wanted. And I
oh,
think this bag of books I got from his place, and she just gave them to me. So I don't think I even paid any money for these.
oh, cool.
But seeing these price tags on there makes me think that that's probably where I got these. We are little soldier men. Some of these are church type songs, and some of them are just well, a lot of them are soldier songs in this particular book.
What year? 43?
Let's see. I'm not sure that I saw in there anywhere what year. This one came from a public school library in Oklahoma. But I don't see. Oh, no, right down here. 1926.
Wow. It kind of, with the selection of songs, it kind of tells you what the culture was like.
Yeah. Because these are the 100 best songs. 101 best songs.
Yeah.
Take that off. Anyway, that's just another copy of the same book. And this is called The Mothers of the Bible in Song. The Mother's Day Song, Precious Mother, God of Our Mothers, Guide Our Way. Never heard of these songs.
I haven't either.
And then, but there's a little story too about the mother that this song is about. Like this one is called My Soul Doth Magnify the Lord, and it's about Mary, the mother of the Messiah. Entreat Me Not to Leave Thee is about Ruth and her mother. So that's interesting. I'll have to read that before I do anything with it. Here's Pilgrim's Progress. Becky, hi, welcome.
Hey, Beck.
Anyway, they're just songbooks, and then there's some of the story is in here too. I guess it's like a paraphrased, summarized version or something. I can't read what year this one is. It looks like 1904, but I don't know if that's right. And here's a sampler, Mother's Day and Memorial Day. But it's all songs, and they sell songbooks. There are some ads in here. But they've got little stories for each song, which I think is really cool. And then songs Texas sings. I guess nobody else can sing these songs. I don't song.
Songs Texas sings. Oh boy.
That's what it says.
Do not forsake me, oh my darling.
This book is 1936.
Wedding day.
There's Home on the Range,
Oh.
Cowboys Meditation, Whoopee-Tie-Yo, Get Along Little Doggies.
Oh my God. Did you like the Sons of the Pioneers?
I think I listened to them some when I was a kid. I think my grandparents liked them.
Well, see, there you go. That's the culture.
But I wouldn't know exactly which songs are theirs. You know what I mean? I'd probably know them if I heard them.
Songs.
All the cowboy songs?
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. Have you ever been to Texas in the spring?
Ah!
There's a land I know where bluebonnets grow and the sun shines all the while, where the cowboys play till night turns to day and nature seems to smile, where the mockingbird is forever heard and the redwing sends her call, where the soft winds croon to the silver moon, croon to the silver moon as dashes of evening fall. Have you ever been to Texas in the spring, when the breezes blow and the birds are on the wing? Yeah, well, it's not quite as breezy here. It's windy in the spring and in my part of Texas. But anyway, that's a fun. The eyes of Texas are upon you
all the live long day.
La Cucaracha.
Lindo, I see that one.
Yeah. So very cool.
That's
and
fun.
Then this is another songbook, the Golden Book of Favorite Songs.
Oh my God, these are
the revised and enlarged edition.
The Sons of the Pioneers did Cool Water. Do you remember that one? Cool, clear water.
I do remember that one. And this one was copywritten in 1915 and 1928. So I guess this is the 28 version.
Tumblin' Tumbleweed. They did Tumblin' Tumbleweeds.
This one's 1919 and 1924. The Gray Book of Favorite Songs. Okay, here's the Golden Book of Favorite Songs. This is the Gray Book of Favorite Songs. I'm not sure what the difference is. The Low-Backed Car.
The Low-Backed Car?
When I first saw Sweet Peggy, 'twas on a market day, a low-backed car she drove and asked upon the trust of the day. I don't know that song. Anyway, and then here's a sampler catalog for Christmas. It's seen better days for sure. 1926. Okay. Anyway, there's those.
Fun.
And then there is this one. A Manual for Hand Woodworking, Book 2. I think pages in these kind of books make interesting journal book pages. And what is this one? Intramuros? Intramuros. I don't know what that is, but it's got a pretty cover.
It is pretty.
And Frank got it from Minnie in 1917.
Oh, 1917. Oh my gosh.
It says it was published in 1898.
Wow.
So it's a very old book. Got some real pretty drawings. And I'm not sure if those are lithographs or what those are, but they're pretty. Hold on just a second.
Sure. So Beth, tell me about that rock that Tanya found. It was a special kind of a rock, and I didn't recognize the name of it. It looked like it was marked with little lichens or something.
Okay, sorry. I'm back. Anyway, it's a pretty book with pretty pages. The pictures are small. It's one of those that I don't know if I'll I don't know if I'll do anything with it, or if I'll just hold on to it, because it's in pretty decent shape for 1998 book. Anyway, for now, it's probably just going to be kept. The Home Book, a verse for young folks. Ooh. I got this one because I thought the cover might make a fun Christmas journal, even though it's got all kinds of paper and stuff. But this was 1969 version of this book, but it's poems. Just Nonsense. That's the name of that poem. He has gone to fish for his Aunt Jabisca's renounceable cat with crimson whiskers. Yeah, okay, sounds like nonsense. Anyway, I thought I might find words, fun words in this, because it's verses for kids. So. Okay, this is Our Wonder World, is the name of the series of books. I got 3 of these books. I think there were probably only 3 there, but they've got gorgeous covers. I don't know if you can even see where they're actually etched in or into the cover itself.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There, you can see it better there. Anyway, and then they've got, the typical, just using one color, in a picture for that end pages. Let's see what year this is. Look at that owl. He looks very grumpy.
Oh, that's a great owl.
Okay, this is the 1929 version. This is the quiz book. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. Do you know who said that?
Yes, the walrus.
That's right. It was a Lewis Carroll quote, but it was the walrus who said it. So, so you were right.
Can you quote Jabberwocky?
Can I what?
Can you recite Jabberwocky?
Nope.
I can.
We're listening.
Oh my God. No, you're not.
Okay.
'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre gibble in all wabe. All mimsy were the burrow groves and the mome wraith south grave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the claws that catch, the jaws that, no wait, something, the jaws that bite. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the blundering Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the Maxim foe he saw. Then rested he by the Tumtum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in an uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came wolfling through the turgid wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through his vorpal blade went snickersnack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, Callooh, Calais, he chortled in his joy. I think that's it.
That's awesome. I am very impressed.
Yeah.
Oh no. Julie says, I just tried to pull out a trimmer and it got caught in the thing it sits on and everything else came out with it.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
Craftalanche. You like that, Beth? I love Jabberwocky.
Anyway, it's kind of an encyclopedia type book, but it has a lot of full page illustrations in it. Anyway, oh, there's a Scotty. I love Scotty dogs. I collected them for a while. Anyway, so there's Early Bird Catches the Worm. Christine. Hi, Christine. Welcome. She says Mr. Carroll was high.
I think he was high. Yes. I think he was definitely high.
Ooh, that's pretty. Wouldn't that make a fun background?
Oh, yeah. How about that for me?
Anyway, there were 3 of those. I'm not going to go through the other ones, but. And then there was this. It's paper covers coming off.
Oh, that's one of those covers we made when we were in school.
Yep. And this one got glued on, I guess.
Look. Oh my God. I remember making those paper covers. Bookkeeping and accounting. Remember, we used to get those. They'd give us those brown paper bag things to make into covers.
Yeah, I think they were gray when I was in school rather than brown. I would have liked the brown ones better.
You were supposed to put the green printed stuff on the outside, and I always put it on the inside.
Yeah, I did the same thing with mine, so I could doodle on it. Anyway, this paper has the look of real ledger paper, and then it's got pictures of ledger entries and stuff in it. And so it's I just thought it was a fun book, and it has this note in here. Somebody's taking notes. Okay, here we go. How to Get Along with People and Get Ahead in Your Job by H.K. Dugdale. On the following pages, you will find a number of carefully selected personal questions dealing with costly mistakes in everyday human relations. Okay, that's interesting, but we're not going to be paying attention to it right now. Oh, look, a receipt from number 1955. Teacher G. In 1944, this was the student's slip of paper for this book. So it was new in 1943.
Oh my God, that was the year I was born. Old book.
Yep, copyright 1940. It's funny because it was copywritten in 1940, but the first year they have inside for you to put your name on was 43. So it sat around somewhere and for 3 years before anybody got to use it. And what's this one? Oh, Amarillo Hardware Company is the company my dad worked for when I was a tiny little girl. He quit working for them and went to work for Southwestern Public Service, the electric company, when I was about 4. So he worked for this company before that. I don't know
Oh,
what year this little book is, but I got it for that reason. It's just a catalog. Um, but I thought these pages might be fun if we coffee dyed them because they're actually pretty white for being such an old book. I don't even remember when they went out of business, but it says they've been a dependable source of supply since 1904, but it doesn't say what year this book, is. There's blue paper in the back. Anyway, I just got that one because of that. What's this one? Oh, chassis parts catalog. Lincoln Mercury, a division of the Ford Motor Company. But I think these kind of pages are fun to put in journals, use, in books and stuff. So that's another thing. This is just like a bunch of, let's see. This is 1946 and 1947, 1940. So we know it was after 1947, after 1948. Anyway, I'm trying to find where the beginning of the next. Anyway, it's nothing special. It's just interesting papers that I knew nobody else was going to want, probably. Okay.
but now you've got that big new book that you can put things like that in.
That's right. Okay, that's all of them. All right. I think I'm gonna try to decide. Let's just use something little like this and see if I want to go around this again.
All right.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough. It's not. It's. Um, it's not thick, so.
I'm thinking I should make one out of this.
Oh, I think that'd be pretty. Kind of like what is that plant called? Dusty Miller.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm kind of just pre-cutting these right now. I'll have to do a more careful cut when I can put more light on my table. But these are fun. I love having them to use.
You got me wanting to make some.
Well, let me show you that other. Where is that other piece? Oh, well, I could do it anyway. You get a stencil. Get a stencil right here. This little idea here. You put the stencil underneath the thing, and then you get. I just got this at the library. Craft swap. Let's see if this does it. Yep. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I love it.
I like it too.
Becky's back at home. Yay. Enjoy your time at home. I hope you get to rest some.
Becky, you know about Becky's big job she's got going?
No, I'm out of touch.
Oh my God. Becky and Scott have to tear out the entire center joists, floor, pilings of her house because they're failing.
Oh no.
So the entire center wall, from the front door to the back door, everything has to be moved away from it. And she was going to let us know how far away it had to be moved.
Oh goodness, Becky, I'm so sorry. We'll be praying for strength and wisdom and everything for y'all. That's
We'd be praying for patience.
that too. Everything. All the things you need to get that job done. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's a big job. Well, if you've been out of touch completely, Lisa, then you might not know that Barb Owen got married.
I did not.
Isn't that fun?
I did not know that. Well, how awesome is that?
Last Monday, so a week ago, she was telling us all about all the adventures. Some of them were funny and some of them were just wonderful. And yeah, in Vegas. Right, Becky. She said that she didn't have any she kept telling people she didn't care what they particularly did. She said, you know, this whole thing is so, here I am 70 years old going to get married again. She said this whole thing is just an adventure.
Yes. Well, I know when my mom got married again, and she was, it was just so fun to watch. They were giddy and fun, and I said something to her about how sweet it was, how young and giddy they seemed to feel, you know. And Mom said, well, you know, when you get married the first time, you just assume everything's supposed to be good. This is just part of life. But if you have that chance again, you realize what a huge blessing it is, you know.
Yeah.
To love someone like that again. And so
so true.
She said you appreciate it more, no matter how much you loved the other person. You appreciate the fact that it happened to you this time more than you did the first time.
Right.
Which I thought was a very interesting observation.
I agree. I know.
I don't intend to ever experience that, but I guess it could happen. But right now, it doesn't even seem like something I'm interested in.
Exactly.
Of course, my mother, I'm trying to think how long my dad had been gone when my mom got married again. You know, 7 or 8 years.
How did she
She
meet
had been
her?
alone a long time.
How did she meet her second husband?
Well, they knew my parents, and he and his wife were absolute best friends before I was even born.
Oh, well, see
So
there.
she had always known him,
Uh,
and
he
we
was.
did a lot of stuff with their family. His daughter's been my best friend all my life.
Oh,
And so now, we always kind of felt like we were sisters.
yeah.
And so now we really can be. And but it was one of those things we had a little project. The room that I used to use as my studio, before that, it was Darren just kept he kept tools out there, but the floor was falling in. And I asked Mom, do you have any ideas? Is there something we can do about this so that we can, make this into a usable space? And she said, well, I don't know. Let me call Daryl. And his wife had been gone a year or two. I'm not sure how long she had been gone. And she said, let me call Daryl. And because he's an architect, he knows a lot of stuff. And he's just a generally brilliant man.
There you
And she
go.
said, let's call him and get him to come over and look and tell me what he thinks, that we should do, and if he has an idea of who to hire and all that stuff. And she called him, and he came over and he looked at it and he said, "Oh, Carol, you and I can do this." I
Cool.
was like, "No, Mom, no. He looks like the wind could blow him over. Y'all don't need to do this." But the more they worked on it, and Ethan helped him a lot. He did all the heavy lifting and stuff. So it was a good experience for him. He got some life skills credits for school by helping them with, doing some cement work and lifting and pulling that stuff out and all the things you have to do to take a room apart and put it back together. But that room it didn't even have a foundation. It was just built on the dirt back whenever it was built. This house was built in 26. So I don't know if it was built at the same time or later, but um, anyway, he just he says, "Oh, we can do this." So while they would come work, and then they would go take a coffee break and just visit. And then it got to be where working was just an excuse to take a coffee break and get to visit, and moved forward from there. So, but we could see it happening, but so it wasn't a surprise to me as much
Mhm.
as it was to maybe his family and my brother and sister, because we were watching it happen. But anyway, it has been such a blessing for both of them. I really feel like it extended their life,
Mhm.
especially their enjoyment of life.
Mhm.
They've done cruises, they've done all kinds of trips, and just having each other there to talk to all the time. And you know um so it has been a wonderful blessing. And because they've had each other all this time, both families could worry less because they had each other.
Right.
So anyway, it was kind of a weird thing to go to your mom's wedding. Um, but it was kind of fun to help her plan it. And, you know, anyway, and their wedding, there was friends from all my life there. So it was kind of like a reunion, you
Yeah.
know. Um, so anyway,
Well, that's a neat story. I love
yeah. Well,
stories.
it's been a blessing for them and for us. Okay, here's my page.
Let me see. Oh, it looks good, Lisa.
Thank you, Julie.
I love the
I'm
little
gonna
birds in front of them. That made them pop out really good.
Yeah, I think so too. The birds and flowers together were a good plan. And today is the 27th. Is that right?
Today is indeed.
Okay, and I'm going to write in here the idea was by Julie. And that way I won't forget that she's the one who gave me the idea. So you are now ensconced in my book, Julie.
Hey, permanent placement.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well, there was a dark black piece on the back of this that's gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is. It fell off. I don't know if it will get used again or not. But it was like this on the spine.
Oh, okay.
And it came off.
Part
and
of
you
the.
can see where the signatures are sewn in.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So this was, I guess at one time it was glued down, but it's so stiff that it had only been attached on the back for a while. So it's not a surprise. Yes, Sherry.
Okay.
I agree with you on that. Okay. Now then we're going to. Well, there's my added papers on there.
Oh, look.
And here's the ones I tore off.
Oh, I think that looks good.
Now we need to put some, I'm trying to decide, do I want to put some color stuff on it, or do I just want to try to use some gesso on it a little bit? Or I'm thinking maybe buff titanium paint instead of gesso. Gesso seems very white for this book. I don't know.
Color it. Put a little coffee dye in it. Put a little yellow ochre or something in it.
In the gesso?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I might do.
Or brown or, something. Some light color.
Oh, whew. Good thing I need to go get gesso. I need to get up for a minute.
Oh, sure. Wow. That's sad that he found her and then lost her again during COVID. COVID was a big meanie. COVID was awful.
Well, my gesso wasn't where I thought it was.
Oh.
Here we go. Oh, 2021 and the first half of 2022 were all hard for me. It seemed like Darren passed away, and then we had several in that next 6 months, lose husbands and stuff. It was, well, it's just still, going on, it seems like. Okay, what am I going to use to put this on? Okay, just right here. Move that so I don't drop it. I'm going to put a little bit of this Titan Buff and the Titan Green Pale and Payne's Gray on here, and I'm going to put them in to the, after I put the white down, I'll put a little bit of these colors maybe over it. I don't know.
All right, there you go.
We'll see.
Just kind of scrape them on sporadically.
Payne's Gray is pretty dark compared to this other stuff.
Yeah, just a tiny little drop of that.
But it's such a gorgeous color that. Okay. Now then, how do I want to put it on? I'm just going to try to dry brush it.
Oh, Lisa commented above that, Julie commented above that it looks beautiful, but for some reason it wasn't allowed. Well, I don't know why sometimes the live streams don't allow the simplest.
I don't know either. It doesn't make sense, but thank you.
I am going to have to go in about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on with me at all, so I'm not going to complain.
Well, we've been on for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, we have.
It has really flown by fast. Putting my thumb in the wet paint. Becky is off to visit Scott's mom's. We'll leave you all going for the cats.
All right.
Leave you all
Stay
going.
safe. Cats are important. This color of my light is, I'm not sure what's going on. It's not showing very good.
Oh, it's still wet. That thing is going to be wet forever. There, I got some of my little flowers made. Plus a cool little thing like this.
Well, I'm sorry. I hope it didn't look as bad to y'all as it does to me, but it looks like it's hard to see. It looks like I just don't have enough lights, what it looks like.
I see a little green on it.
Yeah, I'm putting green on it, so that's good. That you can actually tell better than I can. That's good. It's this, I love this color. Titan Green Pale, but I call it Sage Green if I'm just looking at the color.
Yeah, that's a great color.
I can't remember who I was watching, and they were using that. And I was like, okay, I need me some of that. I don't usually spring for golden paints, but I had a coupon.
I
And
need to
so,
get some of that because who uses that color is Robin McClendon.
well, it's a great color. So
He uses it just as a neutral, just like you're doing. It's great neutral. Okay, kids. I think I'm going to bail. These need to get cut out with the X-Acto knife and with a lot more light on it than I can get on my desk right here under the camera. So I'm going to hold off the final fussy cutting until I have more light. But aren't those cute little fodder things?
they are. I love them. I'm definitely going to be making some of those.
I mean, look at this guy on top of that green background.
Oh, that pops really good.
I know it does. I know it does.
Awesome.
That's really.
I feel like that word's overused, but sometimes there's just nothing else no other word that works quite as well.
No. No. I think that's looking really good, Lisa.
Thanks.
I'm going to do that technique and find a bigger piece of color because I really like that a lot. This one I added a little bit of my green metallic paint to them. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything in the middle of them. Like this one doesn't have anything in the middle of it. Like those. And this is how you use them.
I love it. I love it.
I know.
And it's amazing how it doesn't really need anything else once you do that.
No. Mm-mm. So one of those things on Karen Aben's sketchbook revival, did you see any of that, Lisa?
No, I didn't. It sounds like something I would enjoy, though.
You would really enjoy it. That would get your juices going.
Is that something I could go back and watch now, or was it?
No, it's all done now. It's not still available. Yeah. You might check with her if you want to and see if you can still buy into the forever membership. Go
back and watch it. Yeah.
And then you could go back and watch it. And I think it's worth watching because she had a big selection of stuff on there. But one of the best things was the very last one that Karen Abend herself did. And it's something that she called travel tokens. And it's like when you're wandering through your day, just pick up something that captures your day and bring it into your journal. And then write about it. Write about what the significance of it is. And then some 2-word thoughts about that are inspired by the thing.
Yeah.
And so this page came from that. So travel token. And then that inspired this for a collected this picture on my camera for a travel token and came back and drew it when I got home this is the view from line dancing.
Oh, how fun.
I know. So that's a travel token picture. Then this is one of the ones by, Willow Wanders.
No, I
that,
don't. Maybe that's somebody I need to find.
well, yeah, look up Willow Wanders because you'll find a lot of sketchbook inspiration there. But she did a thing where you do watercolors and you pull out a bunch of watercolors and then you dip into each thing with, you don't clean your brush.
Yeah.
So all of the colors get just a little bit muddy and off. And they drag their colors to the next thing. And so they all kind of talk to one another. Which I thought was really cool. That was a really interesting thing. This was the main.
I put enough paint on there.
I think that looks great, Lisa.
Not sure what comes next.
Okay, I promised myself I was going to go. I promised.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that on there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, my God.
I think so.
I think that's gorgeous, Lisa.
Excuse me. And it just fits perfect. Okay, I think that's it. That's what goes on there. And then I probably think need some words.
That's beautiful. That's totally worth doing.
Yep.
All the streets are tied up, Peg says, so her job for the day is done. Well, I need to go make myself a sandwich, and Ann Lair is probably coming on in a few minutes. And
yeah, she is in just a few minutes. And well, I'm probably not going to stay on very much longer, but I'm going to put this down and find some words.
Okay, excellent.
And then I will be done for today. But thank you so much for coming on with me.
You're very, very welcome. I'm really glad to come play with you. I think it's a good thing for me.
It is. It's a good thing for me for sure.
Keep me making art.
I'm using it for my palette.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up. And I'm out.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Maybe next week we can do this again. Are you available? Oh, she's gone already. That's okay. I am hoping to become regular at this until Tanya gets back. I really need it. So. All right. There's a painty page out of that. And then just set it aside because I might decide to use it for something. Some of those leaves she was talking about might be fun done that way. Oh, there's the other one. I didn't have to do that. But anyway, it's done now. Okay, I'm going to turn this over and put the glue on it. I need some water for this. Just a sec. Get some water. I have some here somewhere. It's just around the other side of the desk. Okay. Whoops. Just right now, I'm using art glitter glue for these skinnier parts. And I'll probably use a glue stick for the big parts, but maybe not. I'm just going to use this on all of it, and then okay. Feels weird to not have Barbara there to talk to. It's amazing how quiet the room feels. Okay, how does this go? I got too much glue everywhere. Okay, so maybe that was not such a great plan to use our glitter glue. Okay. It is hard to do it alone, yeah. Thank you, Dana. All right. Well, I thought I had plenty of glue all over, but it wasn't at the edges, I guess. Okay, now I got to find some words to go on here. And I think they need to be kind of big words because everything else is big. So I'm trying to think what I've got. That would work with that. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is trying hard to come up with where I have words that would be big enough that would look like they belong on this page. I can't think of anything I've got. That's maybe I need to write something. Maybe I need to write something. Okay, well, I'm struggling with that. I'm trying to think where. I used to have a Bible verse would be awesome. Where did I put? just thought of something. Just give me a minute. Okay, I think I like that. But I don't want all the coloring part. I just want to fill in the words dark and then I guess tear that out and put it on here. There's an emu chasing a kid on a golf cart in the next town over. This is Polk County for you. You live in Polk County? I live on Polk Street. Haven't had emus on my street. We've had foxes and possums and all kinds of other critters. Well, I'm trying to decide what pen to use. Let me move this over here for now. This probably isn't the best one to use because it's for calligraphy, so it's it's funny because it doesn't work as well if you're not using it flat. So I'll probably really mess it up with this. Bye, Beth. Thanks for coming. I think I'm messing this up. I should have just left it alone instead of trying to, or not been lazy and gone and gotten a better something to use. Okay. This is what I'm doing, is just filling in the big words, Lord and wisdom. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, there's that. And I'm going to put it here. But I got to let it dry some. Oops, I just made that worse. Okay, I'm not going to touch it anymore because I'll just make it worse and worse. I'll just make it worse and worse. Now I need to dry it. Let's get out my little dryer. Thank y'all for hanging out with me all afternoon. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't thinking about how long it takes that to dry. But I'll mess it up when I'm trying to tear off the edges if it's not dry. Thank you, Julie. Well, I've sure enjoyed it. Okay, let's see. Wow, no, it's still very wet. If I didn't want to finish this on screen, I would just do it later, but I'm trying to think if there's something I can do. I wonder if I've got some little flowers I can just glue on the edges instead of tearing around it. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that would look better to cover up the drawing part with, or the part you're supposed to color with flowers rather than to, well, this is a little bit slicky. And then I kind of, I overdid things. It seems like that's what I tend to do is overdo. I overdo on glue. I overdo on painting or drawing or whatever. I tend to always take it a little too much. You think that sounds good? All right, I'm going to let this dry naturally then while I look through these flowers that I've got over here and see what I can find that's small. I know there are some, but I don't know if they're attached to big ones or... Most of these are bigger because I knew I was going to use them in this book, and so I did bigger things, but I thought there's one. And none of these are really going to cover up that, so that may not be the solution. I thought it sounded like a good idea until I started trying to do it. And if I'm going to do that, it wouldn't need to be with these. I don't think any of these are going to be okay. That's not the plan anymore. I wonder. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the tearing thing. Let me clean my hands first because I've got stuff all over them. And I don't want to get it on my thing. It happens to you too? Well, I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, let's see. Get my hands dry. See if I can get that a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's what I want. But I do want to ink around the edges of that, I think. All right, that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to put it way up there. I don't... Well, I think maybe that balances it out to have it way up there. What do y'all think? Is that corner good, or do you think I should put it somewhere else before I glue it down? Before I glue it down. It's perfect there. Okay, thank you. Now I've got to put it down in a way that hopefully won't smudge the, what should I use? Let's try this. Ah, okay, that did not work. Oh, I just messed it up. Nope, I messed it up. Now it looks ugly. That was not the way to do it. Okay, well, I'm going to have to come up with something else. So that's going to wait. I'll try to find something to put on it next week. But I'm just going to let it dry. And I know. Oh, that's how I felt too. That's how I felt too. I'm trying to think where I've got some. Oh, how about just a second? Let me see if I can find my stamps. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure where I put them because I moved them. Okay. Well, I have a hand carved stamp that just says joy, and I thought that might be good. That might be good. Do you have any verse stamps? I probably do out in the studio somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Let me check one thing real quick. Let me take a quick look through some stamps that I've got sitting in here. Maybe there's something in there. Okay. I do not have anything handy. So we're just going to stop here today, and I'll put words on it next week. I'll put words on it next week, but my back is done. Anyway, thank you all for coming. And like I said, I'll have something next week to put on there for words. So I'd rather stop now than just settle for something and not be happy with it. So I'm going to go. I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.